Alright. Haterade. Tales from the Age of Men. What am I gonna do today? I got icons from the legendary Timber for he helped me clean up Ebor. Really he did all the work, I did nothing. But so yeah, so we have some Ebor icons. We have a couple castles. Um and I'm going to set them up on the map. Or oh, of course it won't let me because I'm recording. It won't. It won't let me like click on the X button over here, so I have to take it off screen. But here's castle number 2, a medium castle. And then I think this is another castle that we're going to do. Okay. Then we'll talk about some other things. There's some villages. I think there's 3 villages, 2 walls, and then 2 icons. Oh, those are castles. Okay, so 3 castles, 2 towns, 3 villages, and then 2 kind of Iron Hills, and then Ebor actual icon that goes into um, that's going to replace something. So I'll show that off. Let me just boop and get that off screen. So what I'm going to first do is load my map scene for my map. That is Helm's Deep. That's not my map scene. So yeah, we finished Isengard. I'm going to get that into the game. So shout out to Hart for doing that. He's now going to be working on Helm's Deep. He does have to do some things to make it for single player. So that should, hopefully be done. Maybe, kind of mid September. So we'll have Isengard and Helm's Deep done, and then we'll move on to probably arenas. I think that he said that he wants to do next. So we'll do arenas, while Comprehend's doing some castles, some Gondor castles. I think that he wants to do. He wants to take on a challenge of doing a town called Peligir. So that is being worked on along with Swan, kind of making a lot of progress on MT. So, and then we have Andy B and a couple other people working on Gondor villages. Now, I will tell you that scenes are not a high priority, but like if you do have like people that are kind of passionate about it, like Andy B and his team, and Comprehend and Heart, may as well kind of put it to good use. But let's load this scene while we're sitting here talking. I think that people seen the go to my Discord. Leo V did show you one armor. I think that this is pretty sweet. So kind of that armor. No, the base mesh that's in here, that's not base mesh that's going to be used in the game. Maybe, maybe not. Like once again, it's just kind of for rendering, but that armor will be in game hopefully soon, and that armor will come kind of textured in multiple different kind of colors. So that's another thing that we're doing. So this will be the first armor of 5, and then that will probably be finishing Mirkwood, and then each one will kind of, once again, we have the kind of SPP files, which are the texture files, so we'll be able to change the colors and stuff like that. So we could change these 5 kind of armors to be 10, 20, 30, or kind of whatever else the community kind of wants. We did a couple polls. The patrons chose Dale to focus on next. So after Isengard, after Rivendell, Dale has been chosen, which just kind of makes sense if you really think about it. I've been fixing these sieges. So things that have been crashing is because of these walls. You'll see them right here, are not within the index. So I just have to move them and make them closer. Should work now quite fine. Fix Gundabad, those 2. And a couple other ones that I kind of seen. I do have to shout out to Dizzy. Excuse me, let me make sure I am saying his name correctly, because he has been helping us out with a lot of tester stuff. So, where is he? Dizzy Docs. He went through and sieged a metric shit ton of things, and I'm going to now kind of go back and fix those things. Just once again, make sure that we can get that going and everything's good. Just make sure that the visual bugs are kind of fixed. So, shout out to Dizzy Docs, new kind of tester that joined the team. Appreciate you. Anyone anyone else that's also, kind of interested in joining the team, you will be tested before being able to join the team. So, like for example, if you're a 3D artist, we decided that it would probably behoove us to give you a test, like a civilian clothing or scene prop that, like once again, grade your quality, grade your potential, before obviously allowing everyone onto the team. I think that like the more people that you get onto the team, the kind of crazier it can be. But you guys can come here to join the team and kind of apply. I've been really looking for like XML people, so kind of grabbed up the XML people, and I will be starting to kind of hammer that stuff out. Cronus is probably going to be doing animations, so. Once again, shout out to all those people that want to join the team to push the mod further. Do appreciate your contribution. So, but with that being said, let's go over here to Ebor. Yeah, so the icon's gone out of the game, and this area was kind of created for that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come in here. And as you guys can see, when you guys click on this, all that stuff kind of shows up. I do have a box around it. So this box is called a capsule. And you guys can see that right here. Hopefully you guys can see it a lot better now that I don't have my screen full. Like I'm just only sharing like a part of my screen. So hopefully you guys can see this better. Let me know in the comments if this is better than normal, or if I could just continue doing it on my large monitor. But we put these in capsules. Why? It helps performance and loading. So like you kind of just increase the performance a little bit, which does matter at the end of the day. But there's two villages and a town in here. I'm going to open up this town. In the town, it comes with a bow town. It comes with walls that matter and where they are matter, and banners and other things, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to Ebor. I'm going to go down here to all these are one that could be deleted. Just go delete, delete. These were 3. Now all I have to do is just get rid of this mesh. I'm going to come up here to add meta mesh. And then I know that it should be called Ebor. And then boom, I got my options here. So Ebor map icon, hit OK. It is going to come in here pretty huge. So now we can just kind of start to scale it down. 0.25, let's do that. 0.5, what's that? Let's just do 0.5 and then 0.4. Maybe that looks good. We'll see. Let's try to move it back into position. Looks like it does need to be a little bit bigger left and right. So let's see what we can do. I think that's X. Click on the X, 0.4. Yep, that looks good. 0.5 looks maybe even better. Now, so I'm just once again just trying to get it to where I can get it into the mountain. Hit T, move it back, and kind of play around with this. Yeah, what I was trying to do is get rid of this to make this mountain probably cover some of this stuff. I would do it on stream, but you're gonna see me struggle, and I don't really want to play around too much because I do want to get a little bit more in. Maybe I can put it more into the mountain. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty large. What is that? Is that, can I do put do? What happens there? What does that do? I'm just trying to see how thin I can get it. To make it look good. Just trying to make it look good. Don't like, ooh. What does that look like? Does it still look good? Does it still keep its, no. The, dwarfs are pretty smoked in that one. Oh, that's 0.05. Can we do that? Is it good? What does the dwarfs look like? Just trying to set this up so that looks good. I might have to do some terrain things. So let's do 0.1. See what happens there. We'll just I'm going to move this out a little bit, and then I'm going to just keep playing around with it until I kind of like where it's at. 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. It kind of sucks, but like I want those dwarf statues to look good. So I'm gonna try to put this as far as I can in the Lonely Mountain. And I think what I'm gonna have to do is lower this stuff. So I'm gonna go over here to the train tool. I'm gonna do a lower. I don't think I need to do anything else. Let's just start lowering this stuff and see what we can do. First I'm going to lower, then I'm going to smoothen out. So lower first, reveal it, and then smoothen out, right? So lower, lower. Once again, just trying to get that icon fully hidden, and then we could play around with smoothing out later. Yeah, I think that we're just going to have to kind of redo this mountain to be a little bit more thick. I need it to be a thick boy so I can try to like cover this shit. I think that the sides are fine. I just have to cover this. But let's just kind of get this smoothed out. Now I'm going to just switch over here to smoothen. And then just smooth this out. Like once again, what's really important is making sure that we keep the. I might have to actually increase the or go rise, make it higher, excuse me, because smoothing is kind of at its wit's end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here slowly but surely and rise these things up. I don't want to do it too much. See, like that right there. I want to make sure that, see how it's kind of sticking out of that. I want to make sure that that's lowered. Get that lowered. I think it does matter in the grand scheme of things. Making sure just trying to do it once. See what smoothing does. Okay, just bring it up a little bit. Try to smooth it out. But like I said, we've been crashing a lot because I've been playing around with the walls and they're out of the bounds that they have. So I'll just keep doing that. Just little by little, getting it to where it's good. Boom. Okay, now we'll go over here, little by little, get it to where it's good. And it's okay if I go a little bit above it because I could just smooth it back out. I don't want to get that too much because I don't want to get into the icon again. So I'll just smooth this out a little bit. Okay. Just making sure. I think I'm going to have to change the texture on this too. So I'll do that also. Once again, just trying to get this to where it's a little bit above. That's fine. Smoothing out this. I'm gonna have someone come in here and probably make it a little bit more, more perfect. But I do want to make sure that all this kind of makes sense. I think that that's a little bit low, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rise this up a little bit. Just try to make this like really flat for the siege. It will matter when you put stuff down. Smoothing it out now. Okay, make sure that it doesn't, I like that. It doesn't mess around too much with the statues because I don't want to have to redo work. Looks good to me. Cool. Once again, just smoothing that. Oop. Smoothing this area. Just so that it gets right there. Boom. Okay, once again, then what I really want is make sure that this area is good. So I'll just raise this little tiny spot. Boop, boop, boop. Until, sorry, I guess my sound effects can be a little annoying. Um, uh, nice little smoothen. I mean, you could probably use flatten in a couple. Probably a better way to do it would be flatten, but like I like to increase a little bit, smooth, see what happens. Increase a little bit, smooth. This will be increase a little bit, smooth it. I think that should be good. Some eagle-eyed people might see a little gap and yell at me. Mm. Oh, that's lower, isn't it? Son of a bitch. Of course. Okay, let's just rise that a little bit more. And then someone's probably going to be looking at this and be like, look at this freaking noob. Um, Smoothing that out. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color some shit. I'm going to paint. I want to paint some cliffs. Um, yeah, let's do this. So let's do this a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Get that stuff in there. Boom. That's good. Out there. Boop, boop. And then right there. Then I can just smoothen. Get that nice and smooth. So it blends in a little bit better. There's not a lot of hard lines. Perfect. Then what I can do is, I want to do that one. I want to do this one. Paint. Probably a little bit too big. Let me erase that. Or paint more. That's fine too. Let me erase that. Let me paint a little bit smaller. Just a little kind of path up here. Um, okay. I think that's fine. I'll just smooth this down a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Looks good. Okay, now let's play around with the siege. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, the siege. I'm going to hit base, visibility, upgrade base. I want to see where it is. It's jacked up again, of course, because I want to change stuff, and I'm an idiot. So town gate, let's move town gate. Where is it now? Boom, I'm going to move it back to where this thing is. I'm actually going to have to change the nav mesh too to match this. But I'll put town gate right there, a little bit in front. Okay. Bow town, move that big baby back where it is. Okay, what's this? Walls. That's banners. Don't particularly care about banners. Town main, move that into position again. Boop. Mm, there we go. Town decal. Probably can move that back a little bit. Looks fine. Siege we'll play around in a second with. Bowtown, where's that at? Make sure that that goes back into the icon. Mordor. What? Oh, he copied it, that's why. Okay, here we go. That should move these two walls. And one of the things that we learned, I just need to put this within the siege stuff, so, okay. So, the gates, right? You see broken and you do see the regular wall. So, I'm going to just keep this alone and I'm going to delete the meta mesh, so it's kind of like invisible. Oh, get out of here. Um, but it is important that these things are here. And one of the things that you want to do is just make sure that all of them are selected. 1, 2, 3. Some people do it level 1, then set up level 1, level 2, then set up level 2, then level 3, set up level 3. I think that the easiest way to do it, especially with these kind of custom icons, is you don't need to do that. You just kind of set it up like this. Same thing with the Ebor. Let me go to that. Ebor, you set it up for 1, 2, 3. So what does that mean? Why is it kind of different? So these ones, like here's a Mirkwood town. I select on the Mirkwood town. Let's see if I set up these correctly. Yeah, what castle is this? Is this no? This is town 2. So you can see here, I have it so that T1 is actually it should be level 1 or town 1, I guess. I guess they're just calling it town 1. That's fine. Anyways, you see they set it up so they set it up level 1 right here, level 2 right here. Of course, I can't click on it, so level 2 right here, and all it is different icons. So here's level 2. You can see the difference, right? So level 1, level 2. I would hide. I mean, I could. I guess I could hide level 1, so you can see level 2, right? So, and then here it would be level 3. It's just different icons. Some people make it like that. So here's level 3, and you guys can see kind of like level 3 and the differences. So, the long story short is I have now kind of directed Timber for the rest of these. I don't really care what level 1, level 2, level 3 looks like. It's kind of I just something that I just don't prioritize. I think that you could just send me one icon. I'm going to make it level 1, level 2, level 3. There's going to be no kind of like visible on the map. So if you do upgrade from level 1 to level 2, level 3, you would see in Mirkwood, for example, you would see actually the icon change and stuff like that. I just once again, it's a lot of setup for something that I don't really care about. I mean, management is important in this game, but like I don't care what the different looks are, especially like Ebor. Like what is level 1 Ebor gonna look like? No idea. As opposed to like level 2, level 3, it's gonna be this every single time. So for me, this kind of works. Just setting it up as level 3 and call it a day, and then make that level 1, level 2, level 3. So if you do come in here and I think it's devastate, if you devastate this all the way down to level 1, you're going to get the same kind of thing. What happens is I have to do left setup. If I had to set this up, normally it would probably take me quite a long time. So what I did was I got rid of the meshes for the gates so that you couldn't see them. You'll still be able to siege them, but you won't be able to like see the actual. You'll still be able to see the green icons and stuff like that. You just won't be able to see the actual walls. Like you guys can see this wall. Like actually, this wall. Where is it? There's 1. There's 2. So these 2 walls are siegeable right here. I could hide those and they would be gone. So another good example is kind of come back here. You see that like obviously these 2 walls are siegeable. If I hid them, they would be gone. I should actually, while I'm here, I'm sorry, I just see this, so I might as well fix it. 2, 3, 3, 3's fine. Move that. Just make it look like actual like a wall. Broken I don't particularly care about. Just want to make sure that's in there. And looks fine. Let me just turn it. Just setting things up. Here we go. I'm just trying to make sure that this kind of jives well with it. I think that's fine. Um, yeah, and then this one can be probably 3 also. Yep. And then make sure it kind of aligns. That one's a little bit farther back. Lines a little bit down. That's fine. Where's broken at? Broken's very small down there. Um, but yeah, so like you can see, I can move those walls, and they have to be like when you're sieging something and it crashes, like when it's throwing shit, which I just found out it's because of these walls. So yeah, just kind of going around. Let me check the other one, make sure that this one's kind of good. They're kind of small too, but these are level 3, and let me actually set this back. 'Cause right now like level 1 showing, so let me set this back. This is castle what 1? Um, open up this. Go to town 1, base, town 2, town 3, stop showing base, town 1, visible. Cool. Alright, so getting that back down to 1, but when it's in game, it's set by XML, what level you're going to be at. So make sure that these are cool, these are good. But yeah, so like, I came over here and kind of found that with this, I kind of redid this whole siege so that it works. Also, the floating tent I removed, so like they don't have an advantage because they can see, because the tent was about 50 fucking meters in the sky. Same thing with this. The walls are deleted, so it will still work. Um, so yeah, so let's go fuck around with the siege now. So there's the town gate. The banners are where like all the lords are coming in. Let's see what this is. Bow siege engine. So this is defender siege engines. Those are in the middle of the sky. I don't think that that's going to work for me. I think I'm going to have to put them on the ground. So let's put them on the ground. I'm just hitting T, and then I do P, and then boom. All right. T, P to teleport or place that where my pointer is. Put that right there. Just makes sense. T, P. I can't really put it in Ebor's thing, because I don't know where you can click on this and where you can't. Like I would like to put it maybe right here in these things. I don't think that's going to be possible. So maybe for next time, for future iterations on Ebor, we could make um, some places where to put this. But like I just need to get close to the ground to make sure that it's fine. Cool. I need to be able to you guys to be able to select on them, so I'll just raise them slightly. Right. Make sure that you're able to select them. They're not too close, because even when you get them in game, it's kind of weird where they put them, right? So, attacker engine, I'm gonna put I'm gonna have to move these here. All right, just kind of setting up all the arrow stuff. This is all just cosmetic. All this is just cosmetic. I could legit probably just delete it all and be fine, but like at the end of the day, whatever. If some people like this, some people like it, I guess. Um, I'll just take the little bit of time it's going to take to make it right. I should really just, kind of put uh, stuff over here, because we know Iron Hills and Dane's going to come and try to butt fuck us. But it is what it is. Let me scroll this around. Move it here. Move it there. Cool. Once again, just getting sieges set up. You guys can probably fast forward through this as I kind of just get all this shit set up. Fuck is this? Arrows again? Yes. Okay. So many of these things. It's crazy. Just make sure that they're not in the ground. Get them as close as we can. But the really things that kind of matter are the siege, where you put the defender and attacker siege, and the walls. If you got that, I think it's going to work just fine. All the rest of the shit, who gives a fuck? Obviously, you guys to make it look pretty and stuff like that, but I absolutely hate this. Because I'm going to have to do this quite a bit now to replace all of these Ebor icons and stuff like that, and the Iron Hills icons. So yeah, fun times. Getting to modding, mod Lord of the Rings Bannerlord, they said. It'll be easy. It'll be fun. What they didn't tell you was all the little shit that you have to deal with just to get one fucking stupid icon in here. But we're up. Okay, I think I'm gonna just start deleting some of this shit. What is this shit? Yeah, I don't need all of that. So I'm just gonna start deleting this. Boom. What are those? Yep, delete. Get out of here. Go away. I am lazy. Here's where the RAM can be. Where's the siege engine? Here it can be the siege engine. You do have to put these a little bit further apart because even if you look like you think that's a large like kind of distance, and when you put it in game, for some reason the game's just crackheads. I don't know. It will put it like really close together for some reason. Here we go. What's this? Siege attack. Don't want to put it, once again, don't want to put it too close. To another one. You would think, and I'll kind of show this to you if it saves properly and does whatever it not. I don't know what these volume boxes do, so I just kind of move them to where they need to go, I guess. Kind of just move them to wherever. I have no idea what the fuck they do. And then these tents are pretty cool. However, nope, it's not that. Oh, those are all that tents. Here we go. Tents are pretty cool, but they're individual. So you see how that one is cheating? Let's move that to the ground. So that you can't get a distinct advantage. And then look at all these. Like, they literally place these all individually. Could you imagine that? Can you not just, like, fucking group that shit? That's disgusting. Let's see how many of these are. Oh, of course, it's all the back row. That's ungodly annoying, dude. I'm not moving all of these. Nope, not gonna happen. I don't give a fuck. Nope. I'm just gonna select them all. I'm gonna rotate them. And I'm gonna move them all together. Cause get the fuck up out of here. Who the fuck decided to do that stupid shit? Dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. Make sure that they're not. That's cool. Alright, now I'll find those onesie twosies that are out here and slap those people around. So where's that at? Where are those onesie twosies I don't have highlighted? What is this? Market tent? Cool. Look at that. Make it easy for me. Thank you. Oh, and you automatically placed yourself. You're a fucking legend. I'll put this over here. I think that that's good. Let's move these. What's this one? What's this one? What's this one? Cool. Um, I don't know what. I don't know. Maybe I can ask Swan what the heck those do. But let me move these so that we can click on those. Siege tower. I can move that over here. You just want to be. You want to make them off the ground just slightly. Just pick them up and like literally let go, and it will fix itself. Let's move this one a little bit back for the RAM. I think we're done with that, right? Whoever did this, you should slap the shit out of yourself. That's absolutely dumb. Group that shit. Make it like, one icon would be nice. But anyways, walls are there. Town entrance is there. Bows, banners are there. I don't really care too much about, if someone's there or not. Defender sieges are there. Looks good. Feels good. And now I can hide it. So I'll just go over here, click off the base, and everything. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's in the bounds. Sweet. In the bounds. It's in the orange. All right, cool. Yeah. I may have to move this. Let me see what happens when I do this. I'm just gonna do that. I'm curious if it's gonna give me an out of bounds because the wall may be outside of its attack. I'm very curious. That's what I'm gonna have to test. I think when it says index out of bounds, and you guys, the patrons, kind of know what I'm talking about. I wonder if it's because it's outside of this orange, and all I have to do is just kind of move the walls in there, or I have to move this up. Both of it's gonna suck ass, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on to castles. Is this a castle? Yeah, it's a castle. So take a look at this. Sturgate Castle. I'm going to find map icon small walls. It has a whole lot of walls here, towers. Kind of annoying. Not kind of, it is actually annoying as hell. Look at all these walls, man. And if they're map icons, I don't particularly care about them because it's just an icon. I care about like the siegeable. So I care about this wall and I care about this wall because they're siegeable. And then here's the town, the castle gate. Yep, that's really all I care about. These are banner positions. Nope, volume boxes, banner position, bow, castle. Cool. So I don't particularly care about any of these icons. Let's delete them. Okay, cool. I care about that only so far as I have to keep the bow thing. What's this? Let's move it. Don't care about that. Can I delete you? Thank you. I care about this, so breach square tower. Don't care. It would be easier just to duplicate in. This is gonna be the easiest thing. Hold on 1 second. Take this. What is it called? Sturgia Castle. Okay, this is what's gonna be easier. Taking one that's already kind of deleted, this one right here. It's already kind of down to its nuts and bolts. Even better, duplicate. Boop. Move that big bad boy over here. TP. Cool. I'm just gonna switch it around so that siege works. I'm gonna click on it so I can get to it. I'm gonna detach it from where it's at. I'm detaching it from the capsule that I showed you guys earlier. I'm just gonna figure out where this guy's linked to. Who are you linked to? Nope. Come here. Who are you linked to? You're not even in. It's not in one. Okay. I'm going to then take this. I'm going to rename it to the same name that that was. I need to I need to actually do a capsule up here because there's no capsule up here. There is one right here. As you can see, there's one right here. There's one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that orange, right? So I need to do one up here. You see all those capsules. I need to do one up here. Probably two actually, like one covering this side and one covering that side. Just for, once again, better loading. And then I put everything that I can, all the objects in there, so all those rocks and stuff like that. As many, so like, once again, just trying to save performance. But how am I going to fix this? Did I delete the other one? No, I did not. So let me delete this nonsense. Delete the whole thing. Boom. See you later. Bye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one that should be renamed correctly, and I'm going to call, I'm going to actually just change the icon. This is all going to be, yeah, see, like this is, no, absolutely not. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete all this nonsense. Delete. I'm going to delete all this nonsense. That's what I want to take it down to. T. Okay, then I'm going to delete the meta mesh here, and Mirkwood's going to disappear. And then I'm going to add in Ebor. This one I'll do a castle. I'll do small castle's fine for me. Of course, it's going to come in like Donkey Kong. Just trying to find. Let me do that. And then let me start scaling this down. 1, 1, 1. What we got here? Now positioning. Just getting it to be beautiful. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click all three. Boom, done. So now it will look beautiful. Now I'm going to change the walls. I'm going to actually click on all three walls. These are going to be the walls, period. And I'm going to set these up. These are some big walls. Okay, stop that nonsense. There's going to be some thick walls. What is that, 3? That's probably 3, right? 3 across. So what I'm going to do is 3 across. What in the hell did you do? Oh, I see why. Okay, nope. I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to actually go in here. That I moved it. I'm going to get rid of this mesh down here. Boop. I'm going to add the Ebor wall mesh. Should be somewhere around here. Ebor wall. Okay. Of course, you're gigantic too. For some random reason, so I'm gonna have to open this thing up. Go to attach. No. What am I gonna have to do? Low custom. Okay. Nope. Local transformation. Let me do 0.4. 0.3. Let's do like 0.2. 0.2. Let's see what we got here. Just trying to figure out. I'm gonna rotate it. that looks kind of cool. Just once again, just setting it up. Setting this bad boy up. And then I can use this icon for all the other ones if I wanted to. There's like 3 castle icons, so I can set up 3 of these and then just start copy pasting once I get it all set up. So I have to do this 3 times and then copy paste. I don't know. Is that the back side or the front side? Looks like the front side, but looks like it's in the ground too much. So let's fix the height. That's not the height. 0.15 maybe. Can I get a rotation, please? Okay. Now what I need to do is change the left to right. So it's not that one. I think it's X. Looks like it's 0.8. Maybe. 0.75. Maybe. I think that will do. Okay. Then what I can do is change out the broken wall from this to that. Get that broken wall. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to delete. I'm going to duplicate. I'm just going to call this broken wall. Just want to make sure, just because. Guess we can get a little bit of naming conventions down correctly. Um, the reason why I did that, kind of duplicated it, is because I can just then take that mesh, do that, add this mesh while broken. I can't, I guess I could do that. I lied. Okay, so let's do this. I think this was 0.75. This is 0.20. I don't know what the heck this was. Point something. 4. Let's look at it. Point. That's a lie. What is this? 156. 156. That's a lie. I did it because I did it on this, didn't I? Yeah. So what's the local on this? I should have edited it up here, I think. What? Alright. No point crying over spilled milk. Let's just do this. Okay. I'm just gonna move this forward so that you guys can see kind of what that broken looks like. And I'm just gonna move it just so it's a little hidden. Okay. Um, then what I can do, let's get this one. I'm going to duplicate the other one and move it over here. But I just want to make sure that I have all the things I need. So then I can just do boop, delete, boop, duplicate, then move it. Because we're lazy. Um, This is the weirdest thing. Because look at where that is. Like, Timber, what are you doing to me, big dog? You should have moved that right there. Because if this door's right here, that door needs to be right there. Let's see what you did over here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's even wrong too. Yeah, I'm gonna have him fix that real quick and make sure that that is aligned. Or maybe he wants to show off that decal. I don't know. We'll see. I think that he needs to fix that. Anyways, um, should be an easiest fix. I just gotta make sure that this is now kind of looking good over here. I think there's such a thing called good enough, right? And sometimes that's okay. So I just want to put this in the wall. Boop. And I'm telling you, man, sometimes when you like look at these things from different angles, they look fine, but like then you move your camera and they're like all off. There we go. Like this right here looks completely fine. When you're looking at it, oh yeah, and then when you get up close to it, you see it's like, 5 feet from the wall. Okay, so let's see what this is. I don't know what the heck this nonsense is. Did I name this incorrectly? Probably did all that work for nothing because I named it incorrectly, didn't I? Let's see what this is. Boom. I might have named it incorrectly. We'll see. And then the last thing you want to do is obviously make sure that the siege is sort of good. Empire Siege placement. Um, cool. I think that we have to tomorrow. I'll move these in positions 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it a day. Maybe I can quickly do it now. Where's this one? Put this one over here. Teleport. Of course, it's all jacked. Of course, we got the. For some reason, that tent is always in the air. A little bit floating because so you can click on it. Next one. Not where my pointer was, but that's fine. Okay, you're gonna move to my pointer? No, that's fine. That is fine. Maybe my camera's off, so enough. Last one. Maybe my camera is off, or my. Nope. I swear. Absolutely annoying. Okay, then let's look at the town. What's this? That's Bow Castle. No one cares about that. What's this? Banner position. What's this? Don't care about. Don't care about. I'm looking for that town gate. Where's that at? Gate position. Thank you. Move. Can't even see that thing. Where is it? Okay, I think that's good. Town circle's good. That's a little bit big. Let's reduce it in size a little bit. 5, 5, 5. Should be good. Maybe a little bit bigger from a X standpoint. Nope. 8, 7, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Okay. This is going to be meh. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. I want to then just fix this tent then, right? So I think if we fix the tent, this random freaking tent, we should be good. I think that the seat, I think it's going to be too close to be truthfully honest with you. Let's see. Let's just move this one as far as we can over here. Give this some space. I think it's going to be too close, but we'll see. Where's this damn siege camp? Where's this random tent in the air? There we go. We can just probably put this back here. Call it a day. But yeah, so it's been an hour. I'll probably save this and continue tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll get all this set up. I'll try to do as many of these as possible. I'll probably test it. I'll show you the Isengard siege is what I kind of had a plan for. I just didn't know how much time this was going to take. But as you can see, like right, an hour, and I haven't really fully got done one out of 3 castles. And then there's 2 additional towns for Ebor, and then like all the villages. So I have to do all of this stuff. Villages are very easy, not that difficult, not too much crying about. But I have to do this twice. First, I have to go test this, make sure I did it right. It's not gonna, crash and stuff like that. Every time I add something new to the game, I get more crashes. But make sure that this is fine. Then villages are very easy to change. I can just, kind of show you that right now. Look at this. Go here to. I actually don't like how they did this, but like that's fine. I think that what we can do is also delete these 2, and then just do 2, 3. But anyways, once again, just coming down here to this. Coming down here to that, and going to village 1, boom, leaving that kind of alone, and then I can kind of just turn this stuff off. Where is it? I'm just trying to find it. So it's this. Oh, I know what it is. Decal, yeah, just get rid of it. Boom, right, and then boom, you got your Ebor town. Pretty cool. That's easy, but the other stuff is a little bit more difficult. But anyways, you guys have a good day. I'll do another one tomorrow if I have some time during work or whatever, whatever I'm doing. But yeah, take it easy. See you guys later.